Well, hello again, everyone, and welcome back to Kovac Enterprises. This is going to be episode number 2 on the build of the Cessna 150 from Minicraft Model Kits. As you can see, we've moved along a little bit more here. We actually installed the engine with the engine mount, and we also glued in the lower cowling. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at it. I'll kind of take it off these little alligator clips for you. Now, one thing that I did come across while putting the engine, let me install into the engine compartment, was after I put the both the engine mount and the engine glued together, it was on an upward angle, so I actually had to come back with my sprue cutters and cut the lower section of the engine mount to lower it to more of a 90-degree angle, so make it look a little better. And as well as the as you can see, I got the rubber band kind of attached around the lower cowling, and then all the way back to the tail there. That's just to kind of hold the cowling in place, because there wasn't really any attachment points by the firewall, and I just wanted to make sure it had a nice strong bonding to the fuselage. One thing I will point out too is putting the engine and the engine mount together. If you look at the number 6 engine assembly, you can see right here that the back part of the engine here has a long protruding part here. We actually cut it down to about maybe 1/8 to 1/4 inch, so it would accommodate fitting into here and not protruding past the actual engine compartment. So they kind of give you a side profile of what it actually kind of looks like here. So basically that's the only thing that we did, was just to cut this section of the engine back to accommodate that. Okay. So with that being said, we can go ahead and take the rubber band off, and there we go. So we will be back shortly. We're going to be adding a few more parts to it, and we'll go ahead and take a look at it in a little bit. So we'll see you soon. Bye. And we're back, and as you can see, we've done some work on the decals for the fuselage for the Cessna 150. Just a side note, in case anybody was wondering, since this model was molded in white, I did not bother to paint it white. I just left the original mold color on there. What I did do was to actually use some of the Future, and I actually brushed on the model itself before I put the decals on, and so there you go. So there's the one side of the decal stripe, and we can turn around here, and here's the other side as well. And then of course the top of the cowling there, which I basically used the Microsol product for the setting solution to make sure that the decals sit down properly as it's rounding up the curve of the engine cowl itself. So there's the main plane right there, and then as far as the wings are concerned, we did the same procedure on that as well for the 2 tips, and as usual the decals for the wing tips They were overlapping basically. So once again, I use the micro saw on that, and I will come back later to trim the excess amount around the perimeter of the wing itself. So there's the one side there, and the one side there. This is the top half of the wing. We flip it over, and of course there's the corresponding wing tip for that side as well. So there's that one side there, and here's the other side there. So this is basically where we're at right now in this build. We will be moving forward with it as we continue these this kit build, and I hope everybody has a good weekend, and we will catch you on the next update. So until then, everybody have a good weekend again, and we'll see you later. Bye.